Friends, this is Kwa again. I'm gonna do a flight test of the WLTOYS V950. This is the first time I'm flying it. And it's gonna be in beginner mode. There's actually two modes. This is the 3D mode where you can fly it upside down, and there's the beginner mode, which is 6G, where it's stabilized in, I guess, 6 axes. I'm going to go for that because I want to evaluate this helicopter, whether or not it's going to be good for a beginner. And so here it goes. All right. All right. I'm going to give you my thoughts as I'm flying this. Okay, the first thing I notice is that it is very gentle. It might not seem that way, but it is. It's not twitchy like most 6G or collective pitch helicopters are. No, this is a collective pitch helicopter, and if you ever flown them, it can be very twitchy and very difficult to fly. But so far this is not bad. The only thing that I notice about it that I don't like is that there's not a lot of control with the throttle. Alright, I mean, what I mean by that is that you see that it goes up and down quite a bit, and even though I could be holding the throttle in the same exact position, but it's still going up and down, so there's not a lot of linearity in the throttle or graduation. Another thing I notice is that it can go up slowly, but it gets to a point and it just pops up, like right here. That wasn't intended. I'm being very careful and very gentle with the throttle, yet it still pops up. So there's not a lot of control. That's the part I don't like about it. But it's not that hard. I mean, if you've flown, it's almost as easy as flying a quadcopter. If you've flown quadcopters, you know what I'm talking about. It's fairly gentle. It's not going to hover on itself by itself. I notice that right now is that if I let go of the sticks, it's going to be dancing around. So you do need to fly it. It's not going to be set and forget where you pop it up and it's going to stay in the same place like a quadcopter would. You actually do need to make sure that you are controlling the sticks and you're moving it so that it's not flying around or dancing around. So hover is not that hard. It won't take you that long to learn how to hover this thing. So I'm gonna fly around a little bit. I don't know, I thought I could go out of view for a little bit. Okay, another thing I do notice is that if you're moving, it's got a lot of momentum. All right. So for instance, if you're flying forward and you let go of the stick, it's not going to stop. Okay, you gotta pull back on the stick to stop it, which is very typical of helicopters. Okay, a lot of quadcopters, what will happen is that you stop the stick, if you stop forward movement or backward movement, let go of the stick, it will stand to a hover, but this one won't. You actually will need to take action or move the stick so that you'll counteract the inertia. yeah, definitely that is something that I noticed. I mean, it's I wouldn't say it's easy to fly, but I think it's probably acceptable for somebody who's probably flown a quadcopter before, or somebody's flown like maybe a WLTOYS V950 a 4-channel helicopter. But if you are starting off from a 3-channel coaxial helicopter, it's gonna be challenging for you. I mean, it's possible, but you got to be very careful with the sticks. You got to be very gentle with it. So, anyway, so that's my flight evaluation. I think it's pretty easy to fly. All right, pretty easy to fly if you've had experience with 4-channel and with quadcopters. So, anyway, I'm gonna land it now and conclude my flight evaluation. Thanks for watching. Well, that was an awful landing, by the way.